Yo, it's your boy Rush. I'm in the building promoting my side hustle. Yo, if you're looking for any type of security service in the state of New Jersey, hit me up at 973-558-4659. That's 973-558-4659. If you need armed guards, you know what I mean, unarmed guards, I can supply you that. You know what I mean? Now I got a special guest with me today. You know what I mean? He go by the name of Defund Simping, and I'm about to bring him up to get this interview popping off. You heard? Hey yo, fam, yo, give the people. Yo, you on mute.
Okay, cool.
Yo, give the people your MO. Let them know who you are and what you about. Know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, dog. So my name is Chad, government name, and my brand is Defund Simping. It started over TikTok back in 2021, I believe. And at first, it was just having fun, messing around. Then one day, people started, DMing me, emailing me, asking for actual coaching calls and advice. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Then the people at the top of this dating stuff start reaching out to me. So when they start reaching out to me, I'm like, yo, I might be onto something here. And I've been creating content system every single day since.
Word out. I'm a big fan of your work, man. I watch a lot of your videos.
Thank you.
Put out a lot of good material, man. My first question for you is, right, yo, what inspired you to come up with the brand Defund Simping? I mean, like, I like it's real. I like it. It's real catchy and it gets straight to the point. Talk to me.
Yeah, of course, man. So I'm happy that I made a brand name where people can kind of already know what's going on based off the name of my company. Like, let's just say my name of my company was like Bet Daily. People are like, oh, people be like, okay, like what is Better Daily, right? But when you have Defund Simping, right, it already kind of lets you know, oh, he defund simping, you know what I mean? So it kind of already kind of tells you what the brand is about. So what happened is during the Black Lives Matter movement, there was Black Twitter, and they were saying defund my child support, defund that, right? And I was like, I want to join in. So what can I say? I can kind of add into the fun. So I put defund simping, and that picked up a lot of traction, like 30, 40 likes on Twitter, which is not bad. And when I started making TikToks, I was like, wait a minute, that can be my brand name. And here we are today, man.
Word up. Yo, salute to Acknowledgement of Relationship, Leander, and salute to Raz Girl. Yeah, these people in the chat showing love, know what I mean?
Oh, that's what's up.
Word out. Now, okay, now with the brand Defund Simping, I mean, like, is it motivated through when you came up with that concept, right? Was it motivated through like having a pivotal moment in your life, um, understanding the whole red pill movement ideology type joint? Talk to me.
Yeah, man. So it definitely came from that, but I would say it came from multiple instances, but one really made me go, okay, how many times is this shit gonna keep on happening, right? But I found a friend of mine. You ever heard of alpha male strategies? Have you?
Yeah, I've heard of alpha male strategies, man.
So one day,
Yo,
I
he
hopped,
got good material too, man. Like his joint
just
on point like the scoreboard. Yeah.
really, yeah. So I remember one time, I hop in the whip, and my friend is putting him in the car, and every single guy, at least in my opinion, acts like they know girls, bro. Like if you go up to any guy on the street and go, "Hey, bro, you need help with girls?" You probably go, "Nah, man, I'm coolin'." Mind you, he hasn't been laid in like 6 months. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of dudes struggle, but they're not gonna, willingly admit they are struggling. And so when the alpha male strategies was playing in the car, I was starting to resonate. He would say things like, "Oh, do this, this will happen." Well, that happened to me. If you do or say this will happen. Well, that happened to me too. So I started to connect the dots, right? And I went home and I started binge watching, man, on the way to work, on the way home from work, on the way to the gym, because like the things he was saying was resonating and it was making sense. So that's when I kind of, started connecting dots and I started making my own content.
Word. That's what's up, man. Like what was one of the things that stuck out hearing AMS material? Like what stuck with you?
Yeah, man, it's okay, I remember the stuff that's surface level he said. Like, for example, like, man, we're gonna F these hoes to sleep. That was hilarious. He said things like no effing validation, but y'all get about that, you know. But that's the surface level stuff, right? That's just the stuff that made me laugh, right? But if I can think of something that actually had some substance, I think I really enjoyed his self-improvement stuff because he really lived it, you know. Yeah, he was 6'4", but he was 300 pounds in Brooklyn or wherever he was in New York, sleeping in a basement, making no money, right? And then he leveled himself up and he stopped feeling sorry for himself. And he came from the hood. So I think his story kind of resonated with me more than like the stuff with women. It was more so the self-improvement, saying, yo, I did it. I'm not that smart. I dropped out of school for college, right? And I dropped out of college too. So I think it was more his self-improvement story resonated with me more than, you know, the stuff with the women.
Word out.
Sure.
Word, like with AMS, right? Like I feel like he can relate to a lot of people because he know what it's like to come come from a not favorable person to being a man. I mean, not to say that when he was overweight, he wasn't getting it in. Like he was
Yeah,
doing a lot of back breaking when he was overweight too. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
facts.
just that by him improving himself, he was able to get I guess I wouldn't say better quality of women, but you know, better results on bagging mad chicks. Know what I mean? And salute to
Absolutely.
AMS, man. Like he definitely got a uh powerful content that could help a lot of dudes to step their game up or whatever. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Now,
Absolutely.
my next question for you is what's your thoughts on simp behavior, right? And what's the remedy to get over of being a simp? Talk to me.
Yeah, of course, man. So I think a lot of people get the word simp wrong. I see girls and I see guys actually, you know, if it makes me a simp that I buy my girlfriend dinner, so be it. I'm like, bro, that's not what simping is. Like, people think the word simp just means being nice. And I don't think that's the proper definition. The proper definition is pedestalization. You think this woman is better than you because she
Yo,
looks
let
good.
me interject real quick. The Simp is a acronym. It means someone that
Yes.
idolizes mediocre
Well,
pieces.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? So I just
yeah,
wanted to put
absolutely.
that out there, man. You know what I mean? Food
Yeah,
for thought, you
absolutely.
heard?
So yeah, facts, absolutely. So that's really what it means, but it's more so, at least how I see it, how I talk about it, is pedestalization. You think she's better than you, so you treat her like she's better than you. And here's the thing: I don't. Not all women, of course. You can't. Say women are a monolith and they're all the same. But I do think a lot of women don't respect men where they feel like you're pedestalizing, right? You know, girls have talked about it, or even on TikTok, they talk about it on YouTube. They don't like really when a guy makes them feel like they are a fan. You know what I mean? You heard that whole saying: if you treat her like a celebrity, she'll treat you like a fan, right? So that said behavior, it makes her look at you as less than, right? And most of the time, girls aren't chasing the simps. They're, you know what I mean? It's the simps chasing the women, right? And those women who are chasing the guys who don't really give a fuck that much, the guys that are giving her attention, but not all attention. So I think simp behavior, it stems from lack of confidence, right? And it stems from, you know, thinking that the only way I can get this girl's attention is if I take her to a really nice dinner, or I buy her a drink the second I see her, right? It stems from low confidence. So when men raise their confidence and see themselves as a higher worth, I think the simp behavior will stop so we can defund it.
Yo, I totally agree. And one thing I like about you, you're very young and you're already hip to the game. Um, I can't run around, save everybody, but people like you, with
Yeah.
that wisdom you got, man, you could really school these young pups on how to move in this game, man. Because a lot of these chicks, man, they wolves covered in, and cheap clothing, man. You got to be able to, stay sucker free. Because staying sucker free is my campaign, man. You can't do
Yeah, man.
sucker shit around me, you heard?
It's true, bro. Like, it's interesting. I was talking about this the other day, actually. What happens is, okay, are you familiar with Rolo Tomasi?
Yeah, I actually interviewed Rolo Tomasi, a few months ago.
I'll show you. You told me. Right. Here's the thing. So back in the day, to find Rolo Tomasi, you have to really do a lot of digging. right? A lot of digging to find him. Like it's not gonna pop up on your feed anywhere. You have to legit look it up, find him. Nowadays with TikTok, as you're scrolling through your For You page, right? Kids as young as 15, 16, right, are being exposed to this stuff. So there are people messaging me saying, yo, bro, you're the first guy I've come across that's taught me how to approach a chick. I'm like, damn. So it's like, for me, my first interaction was alpha male strategies, right? But a 17-year-old, 18-year-old kids, their first interaction is defund simping. You know what I mean? So it's interesting to see how you mentioned how I'm putting on the young cat game. And it's true. Like dudes are 17, 18, 19 in my DMs. And yeah, bro, you gave me a whole new perspective and I appreciate that.
Well, you're definitely needed. You're a good instrument for the youth, man, for them to stay sucker free. Cause you know these chicks, like I said, man, they ain't got no love in them, and they cold hearted out here. You heard? Now, my next question, my next question for you is, give me the breakdown on how important it is to edify yourself. You know what I mean? And and have a like I want your perspective on that, like on how important it is to have your purpose the focal point of your life, not a chick. Talk to me.
Yeah, so I think with purpose, it's hard for a lot of people to find. It really is. Like some people may not find purpose until later in life. I was lucky to find it young, but what purpose does, this I can agree. Almost all women, almost 100% of all love ambition. All of them. I don't think you can find one girl that doesn't value a man who's ambitious. And not me. When men have a purpose, it makes them ambitious, right? If they with the girl and say, "Yeah, I work my 9 to 5, but on the side I have a podcast like Rush. I interview guests, I do my thing, I'm trying to get better with bigger guests, and eventually have my own show." You can be you can be doing DoorDash if you want to, right? But the fact that she heard you, yo, I'm chasing my dreams. Women do bet on men. They really do. Not every single girl. It's statistically impossible for all women to be with a high earning man because there's not enough of them. Not. So women will bet on men. So if you show a woman that you're ambitious and you're working towards something, she will give you a shot. Not all the time, but there's definitely some instances where they will. So when you have purpose, it makes you more attractive to women because it's like, yo, this guy didn't give up on his dreams. He's so chasing his dreams on the side. So having ambition is something that I can legit, all women, fat, tall, short, black, Asian, Filipino, doesn't matter. They're all gonna be attracted to a man who's on his journey and is on his purpose.
Man, that's good information for the youth, man. I mean, and my next question for you would be, how'd you link up with Austin
Yeah.
Dunham? I mean, like, yo, honestly, man, you bubbling in the streets right now, in the YouTube streets right now. Like, I done seen uh you on Adam's
Yeah.
channel, No
Yeah.
Jumper.
No jumper.
That's
Yeah.
real big, man. You know, and
Thank you. I appreciate it.
congratulations to you for that, man. Because that's not easy. That's not an easy platform to get on. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. So Austin thing was interesting. So I'm maybe like 50, 60K on TikTok, and I get a follow from an account that says Austin Dunham official. I did not know who he was. I did not. But he had a blue check mark next to his name. And if it wasn't for that blue check mark, I promise you, I never would have been interested in following back because it's just another dude, following me. So I was like, okay. But since he had a blue check mark, I'm like, oh, okay. Get to his profile. He's doing all thirst traps. Okay. So I'm like, this is kind of sus. Pause. Like, why am I following the man who's just doing a bunch of thirst traps? Like, this account's obviously for the woman, not for me. But I still absolutely. Shouts out to Eve. She's absolutely correct with the super chat. I agree with that 100%. But anyway, I digress. Austin followed me. I looked at his profile and I just followed him back. Whatever. A month later, I'm on my YouTube page, my featured homepage, and it shows him with Steph is Cold, who I'm cool with, FitX Fearless, and everything else, right? I'm like, oh, makes sense. He's connected with all those guys. They're all friends. So that was the introduction to me getting introduced to Steph in FedEx Fearless. So I started off Austin, and Austin slowly gave me his connects to Status Quo, and I also through that met FedEx Fearless.
Word up, word up. I like that, man. You linking up, connected with the power heads like Voltron. You know what I mean? I like that, man. Yo, shout out to my dog Gabe, man. You know, State Gang in the building, you heard? We on it. All right, yo, my next question for you would be how did you okay, what was that moment like? Did you ever experience like red pill rage? And what led you to do to expound on the whole red pill ideology? Talk to me.
So yeah, I never really experienced rage, and if I did, it was for maybe a few moments, a few minutes. But I never took rage out on girls. To me, life is all about moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you're in rage, you're static, and if you're static, you're not moving towards the next best thing, right? So people who are stuck in rage, it's like, bro, get over it. It is what it is. The information you learned, and move on. You know what I mean? So I never really got rage. If I did, it's for a few moments. And I think, hold on, I wasn't quite sure what the second part was. You asked me how I dealt with RP rage, and then the second part I forgot. I'm sorry.
What led you to and shout out to Eve, man. Salute to her. And she just gave you a compliment, man. You see, you slayed it already. You're not even trying right now, you heard?
I'm light, man. I'm light.
But the other question was like, what led you into the red pill ideology?
Yeah,
like, what led you to that? I mean,
yeah. So okay, I'll answer it, and like I'll kind of answer this question because it's like this, right? I don't let anything be my full ideology in a way, and I'll explain. I do agree with red pill. A lot of things they say are very valid, very true. Hypergamy, right? That's just real. Like, that's like data scientifically studied. Like that's a thing. Like you can't escape that. Does that apply to every single woman ever?
Yo, I gotta interject now. Some dudes they can't, and this is why a lot of dudes get into that red pill race because a lot of females exercise hypergamy on steroids, man. Like I could tell you got an optimistic view on this whole dating scene type joint. So, like, do you think hypergamy lead guys into the whole red pill rage stage?
Yeah, because not all men are willing to do the self-improvement, right? Let's just say you're working a job, right? You make 50K a year. Next year, you make what, 52? Next year, 55, right? Like you're never really going to be financially free, like ever. You know what I mean? And on top of that, women are hopping on podcasts, right? And saying, I can't date no 9-to-5 dude. I can't date no short dude. I can't date like in it. So it's like men are kind of feeling, damn, I'm not tall. I don't make money. I live with my mom. I have a 9-to-5. Like they're just stacking up all these L's, and they feel kind of doomed, right? Because at the end of the day,
yo, hold on. Now, as you, my bad to cut you off. I gotta interject with this, man. Now, do you think it's a snowball / ripple effect that creates this black pill um community or whatever? Like, do you think that creates that? And my second question for that is like, do you think they have a good reason to feel the way they feel?
Yeah, so black pill is a bit different to me because I don't think hypergamy causes black pill. I think hypergamy causes RP rage and maybe incel, but black pill, their ideology is it's all about looks, right? Because red, like, oh, self-improvement, looks, muscles, game. Like you can go from a 5 to a 7, right? Our black pill is all about, yo, if you're not Chad, you're not Tyrone, like you're not in that top 10% looks, it's not worth it. You're not gonna be as successful. But I'm like, bro, I'll walk into a Target or a Walmart and I'll see a fat loser with another fat loser girlfriend. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't see just Chad and Tyrone with women. I see average men with average women every day. I walk outside. I've been here in downtown LA. I'll go to Target, I'll go to Walmart, I'm looking around and I see couples, average man, average woman all the time. So I think some of these black pill guys may need to touch grass, right? Go outside and see how it's not just Chad and Tyrone. Your second question, damn, bro, I keep getting your second question. Continue. What was the second one?
I was saying, like, do you think hypergamy created the black pill community? I mean,
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you. Never mind, bro. It's your show. You keep.
No. Whoa. Talk, man. Yo,
yeah.
man, you my boy. Talk, man. Yeah. I want your perspective. Go ahead.
Yeah. So because you, I don't know. I want to make sure when you ask me questions, I stay on track and don't kind of veer off into another topic. But with the whole black pill thing, okay. When guys hear women, maybe like B. Simone, other these, popular, female podcasters and stuff like that, it's like, listen, bro, there's so many women out there that don't have these same expectations. I'm not gonna lie. If you kind of live on the internet a little bit, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it can kind of warp your perspective on the world. Because, bro, just because 4 black girls say they wouldn't date a 5 dude doesn't mean another black girl won't. You know what I mean? So I think that sometimes when guys are on the internet too much, it can kind of make them think that they're doomed. When actuality, man, if you can make at least $60,000 to $70,000 a year, I think that's like a good start. You're just above average. You're in good shape, right? You're kind. You have good hygiene. You have at least a place with a roommate or by yourself. You should be okay. You won't be in the top 10, 20%, but you'll be okay enough to be with where a woman will definitely like you. Will it be hard with playing the numbers game and going on a bunch of dates? Yeah, but I think you're not doomed. Average men are not doomed because I see average people with average people every day.
Word, I totally agree with you on that, man. Everybody getting everybody getting some of that P leave here, even though it's used up, but they get some of that.
They're getting yeah, they are.
Word out. Yo, now my next question for you is like, I see you bubbling in the YouTube scene or whatever, right? Now, my question for you is, right, who orchestrated that whole interview for you to get on No Jumper's platform? Like, how did that pan out? Like, who did that?
Yeah, man. So Austin Dunham helped me get connected to Steph Is Cold. Okay. I was going to be in Texas for a work event. And I said, hey, yo, Austin, I'm going to be in Austin, Texas. Can you lob me the Steph play? And he said, yeah, no problem. Shot me his number. I shot him text. And me and Steph became cool after that, man. Like, we'd FaceTime sometimes. He'd come to LA and I come up and I kick it with him. We go to dinner. We lift weights. Like, ooh, man. And he did a interview with Flocko, which is like a subgenre of the No Jumper. It's under the No Jumper umbrella, right? So when I was at No Jumper in the studio talking to Flocko, which the guy who interviewed Steph, he said, oh, who are you? What do you do? I'm like, the same shit, right? So I showed him my TikTok, right? Show him, a little bit of clout. He's like, okay, cool. Then he said, what's your number? Got his number. And I was there about a month and a half later. Hey, bro, you got some availability? Let's do a show. And that's what it was.
That's dope. And it seemed like you guys met in the organic,
Yes, absolutely.
Nature or whatever. Now, okay, so you went viral on TikTok, and that's how you got your notoriety?
Yeah, man. I've been viral many times. So sometimes in a good way, where TikTok pointed my content at my target audience, and sometimes in a bad way, where TikTok pointed my content to the wrong audience, and the wrong audience, the blue-haired feminists. And when they get upset, they bring the noise, bro. They bring the noise, man. I remember like one more super liberal content creator came for me, and then his friend came for me, and it's a snowball effect where they all jumped on me. And
right,
man, I'm a videographer on the side. That's my side hustle. And they, at the time, my first and last name was on my Instagram page. Okay, so there are people on TikTok who are dedicated to doxing you. You know what doxing is?
Oh, give me the breakdown on that.
Dox is basically when they put out your name and address.
Okay.
So an account looked up my first and last name, found my videography company, right? And go, oh, it would be a shame if we found his business, right? And I all of a sudden my phone started vibrating. I got 280 negative Google reviews. People call him a rapist,
Yo,
and like I hired Chad as a videographer and he beat me up. Like it's just of course false things because they're
right,
trying to take
right.
food off my bro. Like this
So
cancel
now,
culture.
is that considered to be like cancel culture? Like, is that how people
Yeah,
get canceled?
yeah, bro. I
Okay,
said
okay,
some things
okay.
that pissed off. I said something to piss off people, and they wanted to take everything I had. They even there's a website called Pages, and if I knew your first and last name, I could possibly find out your mom's number, your brother's name and number, your addresses. Right, that's all public information in a way, kinda. You know, so they started harassing my mom at her job. Right, they started also they come to my Instagram page and they leave nasty comments. Let's say I took a photo with you, Rush. They go to your Instagram too, DM you. Did you know you're friends with a rapist or this and that? You know what I mean?
Yo, that's crazy. I mean, using the Efar word is kind of extreme for. I mean, to defame the character like that, man. That sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Look, they will go there. It did multiple times. I haven't been on that side of TikTok in a while, but yeah, man, I've had all types of crazy things happen to me while on that app. But it's all a blessing because it's helped me man relationships with dope content creators. It's helped me make some side hustle money. Because TikTok does pay, so it's good. I'm blessed, man. I'll take the good with the bad.
Man, yo, how old are you? Like, you look like you in your mid-20s, right?
Yeah, I'm 26.
Man, you're doing real good, man. You know, you're making moves,
Yeah.
side hustles, you got a business and all that, and you bubbling in the YouTube scene, man. Like, yo, you doing big things, man. I'm just
Thanks,
glad
man.
I had a chance to interview you. Word up, and
Thanks,
I
man.
appreciate that, man. You know what I
Thanks,
mean?
Russian. Appreciate you. So now I'm curious. A question for you. At what age did you kind of stumble into the male self improvement space?
Um, I say like in high school. You know what I mean? Like
Really?
I was
Wow.
yeah, yeah. See, I don't want to get too personal, but I knew the game was rigged when I was a shorty. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like me and my mans, we smashed the same chick. We figured out, you know what I mean? Life goes on. You know what I mean? At that moment, I knew like, okay, yeah, like chicks got their own catalog too. I ain't the only one moving around, you know what I mean? And I learned that at like the age of 13, bro. You know what I mean? And since then, like I've been, lifting weights and all that. I don't know if you can see my Instagram page, but like yo, I'm stocky nigga. Like I'm you know what I mean? And I'm nice with these hands too, you heard? But yeah, man, that's my moment of the whole red pill situation. But there was no red pill when I was coming up though. Know what I mean? Like cause I'm from an era where you gotta, you know what I mean, do the cold approach, man. Like, we didn't have the Instagrams and none of that, man. I had to, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I might highlight 100 chicks, I might get two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that following
Yeah.
week, I might smash that one. Then
True.
it's all the same thing when you're going out. Because I was always out and about. You know what I mean? I lived a different lifestyle before I became the man that I am now, you heard? But man,
Yeah.
it's the first time somebody asked me a question.
Yeah, bro. So, and it's dope, man. Because when men find out about the RP, male self improvement later in life, it sucks. Because they're like, damn, bro. Like, imagine if I can go back with the new knowledge I have now and redate the chicks. What I'm saying? So it's dope you found it young. And also, I'll say this, man, you have a major advantage over most people my age because the cold approach is foreign for most dudes, bro. When I work with guys one-on-one, that's their biggest setback. They can't approach. They'll sit there and swipe till their thumb falls off, but they
Yeah,
see a
and
pretty they'll see a pretty lady at a club and they're just nervous to
mm,
pull that trigger.
right, and it's not their fault. Well, I mean, it's not their fault because you guys are brought up in an environment where social media is implemented into our social constructs. So a lot of times, the best way for you guys to communicate with a female would be online. Know what I mean, and yo, salute to my man's in there. Marcus in the building. You heard? Much love, man. Welcome to the Labudo Network. This is what we do. You heard? And I got a shout out to my man Michael Douglas, man. Salute to you, man. You know what I mean? Yo, man, much love, man. Buffalo in the building, you heard? Wale, salute to you too, man. It's nice to see you in the building, man. Yo, my bad, man. I got salute too. Yo, my people showing us love, man. So I got to show the love back, you heard?
Absolutely.
Yo, salute to my man, Intellectual Soapbox, aka Mr. Best. Salute to you, King. Know what I mean? But yeah, man, yo, most definitely, man. That was my whole little quote unquote red pill little moment or whatever. Yo, my next question for you would be like, yo, give me give me give me a breakdown on how important it is to hold yourself um hold yourself accountable for past mistakes, man. Tell me how important that is, man. Talk to me.
Absolutely. So accountability is big, and a lot of people love to talk about, oh, modern women are accountable, and it's fine. They may be correct sometimes, but the thing is, are you holding yourself accountable? It's very easy to point the finger at somebody else. It is very hard to point the finger back at yourself. I think a lot of men, instead of getting mad at women for their nature, or instead of salute to Wale, thank you for the super chat. Instead of getting mad at female nature or getting mad at girls for not wanting you, why don't you become what they talk about, right? So, for example, I never let women influence my thoughts and opinions on things, but I will say this. I wanted to be in shape for me. I wanted to put on a shirt and my shoulders are busting out of it. My biceps are showing. So I went in the gym and worked hard. I want to be able to walk up to a beautiful woman and open up a conversation. Therefore, I did do my reps. I walk up to, man, I've easy time I was 21, 22 till now, easy approach to 100 chicks or more, maybe even thousands. Who knows, right? I wanted to be able to style better. I went on Instagram and started finding people who kind of have my body type and start dressing like them. So I held myself accountable. I wanted to be the best version of myself. So I started doing the work, and now I'm the living proof, and also I have a brand where I tell guys to be the best version of themselves. I tell guys to have a good Instagram. I tell guys to be in the gym. I tell guys to, maybe approach girls or, get outside, live a social life of abundance. So I have to embody all of that. You know what I'm saying? I can't just walk it. So I can't just talk, I have to walk it as well. So I make sure, hold on, light keeps going out. I got to make sure that I'm the guy that's also doing what I'm talking about, because I have to hold myself accountable for that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I feel you on that because you can't expect to get a dime piece if you're not on a certain aesthetic level. You know what I mean? Now you can't do nothing about your face, man. If you just what I mean, face is messed up, man. Sometimes your scars, on the face, chicks dig that too. But as far as like your aesthetics, man, work out, lift some weights, man. You know what I mean, and use whatever asset you have to back that certain type of chick. You know what I mean? But I'm not a PUA or none of that. I mean, I'm just a, just young, just a young kid from Dorchester.
I feel you, man, and that's one thing too. I don't really know what to label myself. When people ask me, "Are you a blank? Are you this? Are you that?" And I say, "Bro, I'm just a nigga with game." That's about it. I don't consider myself a PUA, like you said. I don't consider myself a dating coach. I just help guys just do shit. I can help you with your Instagram page. I can help you with your dating app profile. I can help you out with your confidence. Like, you know what I mean? Like I can do it all in the whole male self-improvement space, because I'm a walk proof of it. I did it myself. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you on that, bro. You're not a PUA. You're just a dude from what, Rochester? You said?
I'm from Dorchester, Boston, Dorchester. You're Four
Gotcha.
corners stand up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
Right. But you know, I got mad love with Jersey too, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody from Patterson, Newark, you know what I mean? Love y'all too, you
Absolutely.
heard?
Nice.
Now my next question for you is, um, okay, as a young man, right, when you give us a breakdown on young heads paying attention to like females' body count, how do you go? How do you go about that and giving them breakdown on how important it is to know a female's body count? Sometimes you don't know. You just by behavior patterns, you'll know if she a smut and belong to the streets. Talk to me. Let's expound on this, King.
All right, let's talk about it. So you kind of in a way answered the question already because you kind of said it. So all right. When it comes to just having fun, right? Right now I am open to something serious. I'm open to it, but I'm not looking. Okay. So I don't care about a girl's body count if I'm just messing around. Who cares? I prefer she is, you know, if it's just casual, shit, if it's just casual fun, I prefer she out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, but that's another conversation.
Yo, hold up.
But
Before we go further, you remember the question, right?
I do.
I'm gonna throw a little monkey wrench on there. Like,
Okay.
you know what? No. Finish. No. I don't want you to lose your train of thought. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's the thing. When it comes down to a serious, committed relationship, that's when I'm looking for behavior patterns. Because like you said, you're never gonna really know because you just no way, right? She's a lot. Here's how the body count conversation goes. If it's too low, she says 8, you're thinking she's lying. If she goes 46, it's a very specific odd number. Now it's too high, right? Now it's too high, and now you're insecure about it, right? So it just, that's why for me, I just judge a woman based off of her behavior patterns, right? What are her hobbies? If her hobbies is Thursday through Sunday in the club, hanging out with the promoters, hanging out with the rappers, I know she getting hit from time to time. You know?
Yo, anytime a chick is chilling with the promoters, rappers,
Yeah,
you know she for the streets. She a jump
because
ball, man. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
because
And these are the
yeah, because
signs, yo. These are the signs that dudes that's not um knowledgeable like you, they tend to make that mistake and wife up that smut. You know what I mean?
yeah. So here's what happens. It's you have to go off based off her behavior patterns, right? Also, another thing. Now, this one's controversial. It is what it is. I'm not saying girls can't get money and girls aren't successful. I'm just saying is a lot of times when a guy sees a woman country hopping, and like let's just say this. Let's just say this girl is as like a receptionist at like a hair salon. She's probably making max 15 an hour. Okay. Let's just say I know that to be a fact. That's a fact. If I see her in Montego Bay, then she's out in Ibiza, then she's out in Mykonos.
There's a sugar daddy in the mix.
Yeah, she's not making enough money for that. Therefore, I can kind of assume there's someone in the mix that she's sleeping with, or I know a couple girls, bro, where they get passed around like an Amazon package. You know what I'm saying? Like they just be from different NBA dude to different NBA dude. And these guys make millions of dollars. So what's 500 for a plane ticket, 300 for a plane ticket? You know what I'm saying? So the biggest thing you can do is judge her based off of her hobbies and things she likes to do, right? Also, how defensive does she get when you tell her not to dress like a hoe? You know what I'm saying? So if a girl's dress very provocatively, it's usually because she likes the attention, she likes the validation she gets when she, posts that photo or posts up in the section. Everyone's looking at it all googly-eyed. So these are the type of girl that aren't the best for a long-term relationship because they kind of want to live a double life. They want to come home to you after Trey Songz was pouring liquor down her throat. You know what I'm saying? She wants the double life. And I tell guys, listen, man, you got to set your boundaries from the get-go and what you expect. And if she wants to go out and do her thing, well, she can get left.
Word up. Now, and any chick that's like that show groupie attributes like that, you know she for the streets, man. Know what I mean, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure that out, man. Know what I mean,
True, but I think what happens is, bro, is okay. A guy can talk all this smack about what he don't want in a woman, right? Here's the thing. You and I both, we get girls, right? Since we get girls, we're in abundance. Here's what happens. When a guy's not used to getting women, he finally gets a woman. to give him attention, sex, time of day. He may know everything about it, bro. She got trains right on her, bro. She this, she that. But he's so in scarcity that he's not willing to break up with her and go back out in the dating market, because getting one girl was already hard enough, right? So sometimes men will settle out of, bro, I'm over dating. I'm over talking to 20 girls on Hinge at a time. And like you said, approach 100, may hit one. You know what I'm saying? Like it's time, it's energy, right? So some men know their girls for the streets, but they much rather claim her and get a family, maybe some kids out of it, than go back on the dating market again to find that perfect one.
Man, you said a mouthful right there, man. And I'm about to pull up a question from Eve, man. Salute to Eve. Um, why does she have to have a sugar daddy and not funding her own? And that's assuming, but I get what you're saying. Yo, Eve, man, he said like, yo, if Shorty's a receptionist making $15 an hour, you see her taking trips to Dubai, nigga, that conversation don't match up with the trip, nigga.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
So I
why
think
he said what he said. You know
so
what I mean?
that's why I was very careful with my language, right? Because when you see a
Oh,
girl
she
in
got another
Dubai,
question for you. My bad. She got another question. Yo, all right. And what's wrong with having a sugar daddy? Yo, finish what you was about to say and then answer that question.
Yeah. So first thing I'm going to say is this. That's why I was very specific with the language I used. Because when you say when a woman goes to Dubai, she's right. Why can't a girl afford her own shit? She's right. But I said, okay, let's get even more specific. I know what she does for a living. She's a receptionist. She makes 15 an hour. So I know for a fact, even her whole month check couldn't even afford a trip to Dubai. You know, so it's like that's when I know something's going on behind the scenes. Now the next question, what's wrong with a sugar daddy? Well, the problem with sugar daddy is you are willing to give up your body for money. You're almost a prostitute. And how can I tell my daughter, right, to respect herself and love herself and not let her be used by men? I married a woman that was willing to give up her body for money. You're basically a prostitute, right? So I don't want a woman that's willing to give up sex for cash, because if you're willing to give up your body for cash, what else are you going to do for cash? Will you sell me out? Will you set me up? Will you, if you know I'm doing well financially, will you kill me to get some freaking life insurance money?
It's funny you said. Because a lot of that goes on in New York in the hood. Like, yo, chicks be lining niggas to get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get that bread, man. It's a common thing. Now this I don't know if you, because you kind of young. This is group called Onyx, right? They came out with an album called Shut Them Down, right? There's a record called Veronica. You know what I mean? Now, if you're a dude from the suburbs, listen to that record before you go deal with a chick from the hood, man. You know what I mean? Straight up. Let me just say this real quick. Yo, Mad TV, man. Salute to you, man. State gang in the building, you heard? Yo, I think Eve got another question for you, man. Hold up. So what's the difference what's the difference between having a sugar daddy and marrying money?
Marrying, that means you are getting into a religious bond, you know, because usually when you're getting married in officiants, reading a bunch of Bible verses and like you're bond together by the government, right? A sugar daddy, you're bond together by money. You know, and sugar daddy it's like an arrangement. Like he's paying for your entity once or twice a week. Whereas a marriage, you guys are a team. You guys are together legally by the government. You guys are raising kids. So I think I get what she's trying to say, but a man paying you to have sex with them and you living with the man that you love and care, and care for, and raise kids with is different than a man that pays you once a week to have sex with them.
Yeah, I mean, you already know I agree with you on that. I mean, like, ain't no way. You know what I mean? Yo, salute to Rob B. Privilege. You know I love you, girl, man. But this ain't cap. This is 100% factual, you heard? Yo. All right, yo, my next question for you, right, fam? Okay. Now, okay, okay, what are your thoughts on, and I know this is, you probably hear this a lot and it's probably redundant, but yo, what are your
Yeah.
thoughts on Sierra wearing that, skimpy outfit, and do you think Russell is a simp? Talk to me, man.
Yeah, so I think your woman is a representation of you. How she dresses when she's out there is definitely a representation of you. And if I'm not, make sure I'm right, man. I think Sierra and Russell like definitely, mention God and religion a lot when they're talking to each other, right? So if you claim you're this religious woman, if you look at, listen, okay, actually, this is a tough conversation because now I may not be able to back up and say, let's just say it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not sure who was all of God's disciples, right? But look at the women, how they dressed. They weren't dressed in a see-through dress, okay? They dressed out more modestly, okay? And listen, I'm not trying to butt into the relationship. If Russell thinks it's okay, then it's okay. That's his woman, right? But if you're asking me if would I let my wife know, and I think even if she were to dress like that, it almost makes me think, okay, our relationship's coming to an end because now she's really looking for attention elsewhere. Because when you're with your partner, their attention is all that really should matter. Not some random dude on IG, not some athlete, not some thirsty dude at the club. Your attention, like you should just want mine. The fact that you want to dress half naked or shit, almost naked out there on that red carpet is telling. And I don't think it's respectful because if Russell went and wore a Speedo or gray sweats with his print showing, I think it would have been a problem. So I think that was cool. I like also it's like, bro, like you have kids, like your kids are gonna be, oh, this your mom's, bro. Zoom in, this your mom's, like nah, bro. Back when I was a kid, if your mom
Yo,
was
and
like, oh, there you go.
it's funny you brought that up because you see Black China doing right now, right? Like,
Trying to do
yo,
a
she was
quit.
on, yeah, she's switching it up like full 360, man. And it's like, man, like, it's, yo, man, you're selling your soul when you're doing something like that, man. I mean, that's just my thoughts, man. And females that's in, the in that kind of lane, they can't grasp or understand or even fathom a male perspective on what's their thoughts on that female. Like, for
They don't
example,
care about
right?
the
I'm
most
gonna
important
ask you a question, real simple question. Could could you ever take a girl seriously that works on OnlyFans, like that sells her body on OnlyFans? Could you ever do something like that?
Yes, I'll give you a detailed answer. The black and white answer is no, right? But in the gray area answer, I know one girl. She got down bad pretty financially, okay? And she got laid off at her job. And she started posting like stuff on Instagram, bro, legit lingerie photos, like girls in bikinis and stuff. She started posting that. And she talking how she regrets it and she hates it, but it's paying her bills right now. She's trying to get a job to get out of it. So if I knew the woman and her morals were really, really good all in and out, and she had a moment of bad judgment for herself, like bikini photos, and she showed me the OnlyFans, bro. It's stuff you see on Instagram Explore page. It really isn't crazy. In small instances, I may, but for the most part, 90% of the time, I'm gonna say no.
Word up, I like that answer, man. I could never
Yeah,
do something like that either, man. Cause stay
yeah,
sucker
so far
fees my
not.
campaign, man. Can't do
Yeah,
no sucker shit like that, you heard?
facts,
Yo,
bro.
my next question for you, right? Um, do you okay? Do you think a male that transitioned into a high socioeconomic status gives him the authority to date multiple women at the same time? Give me the breakdown on that. Talk to me. Let's expound on this here. Uh,
Yeah. So just because a man starts to raise his income level and maybe his friend circle, it doesn't necessarily mean he gets women. Now, he can pay for it. He can go seeking arrangements. He can find some young girl in college who's struggling, and he can pay her a couple racks a week to have sex. A genuine burning desire, like she actually likes this guy, that's different. A lot of times, guys make money, they become lame, or they've been lame their whole life. It's like there's a funny line, you're a weenie with bread, you're a corn dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these guys are still lame. Even though they got money, they're still lame. Girls don't want to kick it with them. Girls don't like them. So they have to pay women to keep them around. But to answer your question, does that give him the right to? In a way, kind of, because women, if they like it or not, are more willing to share a top dog than be with a loser, right? If a girl had a choice, it's, you know, not all girls would do this, you know, but if a girl had a choice between, you know, sharing some dude who's a multi-millionaire or being faithful to a guy who makes 40K a year, she may think, I know what's funny, bro, if you ask 10 girls that question, they'll go, like, I mean, they'll think about it. They'll really, like, it's not like, oh, faithful. It's never that quick. It's because they're thinking, it's like, damn, I can share a millionaire or I can date a 40K. And they'll say this, does a 40K chance to make more money? No. So it's like it almost takes them time to answer this question, which kind of proves the point that sometimes
Yo, let me
girls
let me
will be
interject. Let me just say this real quick, right? Wouldn't the logical thing to do is link up with the dude that's just making the 40K? Because you ain't gotta worry about him having a plethora, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
variety of
you're
different
right.
women that he's
That
smashing.
makes
You know what I
logical
mean?
sense. But girls' mating strategies are different than men. Men, we're looking for beauty, right? Women are looking for security. And if you're making 40K a year, you can't offer security at the same level as a multi-millionaire, right? But here's the thing: some women are you know, definitely value loyalty over everything. Like nothing can beat loyalty, not money, not status. Like loyalty's number one. So for them, they'll go 40K and they'll be happier, right? But a lot of girls on that question, bro, they'll really think about it for a good 20 seconds because it's like the security of a multi-millionaire is there, but it's not so much there with the guy who makes like 40K.
It's like the 80-20 rule, man. You know, 80% of women, whether she fine or ugly or hideous, they trying to hit up that top 20%. I mean, you
Facts.
know, and it is what it is, man. It's a cold world out here, you heard? But you know what,
Facts.
man? It is what it is. Yo, Eve got a lot of questions for you, fam. Hold up,
Let me know.
pull it out. Okay, let's just agree that the red pill community prefers a traditional woman. Why all the extra stuff? It hurts their overall message trying to defend it. But we're living in the days of the internet.
I'm not sure what the question she was asking. She says, "Why all the extra stuff? What's the extra stuff?" Like it's not very specific.
Yeah, like I don't get it either. But y'all, just you want to expand on that, Eve, man? Let me know what's good, man. Type it up. You heard? Yo, my next question for you would be, okay, do you think simp behavior and attributes derive from a single parent home? And if so, give me the breakdown on that. Talk to me. Let's expound on this.
Yeah, man. So I grew up in a two-parent household. I was a simp. So I'm not sure if it's direct correlation to being a single parent. I think what happens is if your dad in your life doesn't put you on game with women, you will be put on game with women through, I guess, movies that you watch. Because as a kid, you know, we're always watching, you know, Disney or some type of, you know, PG movie about something. And usually in these movies, the storyline is this: normal guy wants a beautiful woman. Beautiful woman's chasing jock, bad boy type of guy who comes into class with like a leather jacket and a white shirt and a cigarette, right? Normal guy chases the beautiful girl all the whole movie, and at the end, he has her. So that kind of tells men, okay, I'll have her in the end, right? But in my mindset now is if I can have her, I don't want it. I don't want to be no girl's second, third, fourth, fifth pick option. No. Like you saw the other day, bro. Tyrese's girl said that she would prefer Paul, but he's dead. You know, or
Yo,
Jada
word
Smith.
out. Like, that's embarrassing. You know what I mean? One, that's embarrassing. And two, like, yo, how would you react if a girl said some wild shit like that? Someone's
I
like,
have
a reflex just to give up back. Yo,
no, yeah, it's
fuck
just
you mean,
reaction.
nigga? Like, what?
Yeah. So for me, man, I'm gonna take this line from King Dre. There was he said something I think on Twitter where he said, the officiant in the wedding says to the couple, to the bride and groom, till death do us part. But he said, nah, till disrespect do us part. Right? So what that means is disrespect will make us do part, not death. And your woman on a live stream, not in private, you know, saying how she really feels about you in a disrespectful way, that's disrespect, and that's enough to get cut out for life. And I would hate to do it because obviously you still love the girl. It's not your love for the girl goes from 100 to 0 when you hear that. It makes it go down, but there's still love there. So you have to still, you know, you have to get over it, bro, and say, hey, this girl is settling for you. I want no girl to see me as her second or third option. I want her to see me as that dude. You know what I mean?
Word up. And you know, I feel like yo, the youth need to hear this, man. If she ain't got a hymen, man, you can't give her a diamond. You know what I mean? That
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
yo, she typed up, I guess, hold on. Okay, I guess, okay, this is Eve again. Yo, Eve, yo, man, Eve getting at you, man. Okay,
It's all
extra
good.
meaning, word out. Extra meaning creating an internet-based movement derived upon it.
I'm still not sure what she means by that.
Me either.
So if I'm trying to understand what you're saying, an internet movement, well, things have to be on the internet or else you don't exist. If you're not on the internet, you don't exist. So if that's your argument, like the internet stuff, if you're not online, you can't get your message out. So maybe she can type up some more context, but I'm still kind of lost at the point she's trying to point.
Yeah. My next question would be, okay, all right, hold on. Word up. Okay. What's your thoughts on hypergamy, man? Like, do you feel like hypergamy on steroids is a normal thing that's going around in these dating scenes? You know what I mean?
Yeah, to me, hypergamy is nothing but it's nothing but motivation for me because I know as I climb the ranks of financial status, I have more options to more women. So there's an incentive to keep running hard. And of course, women isn't not the number one reason as to why I go hard. I want to be able to retire my mom and dad. I want to be able to give myself a beautiful lifestyle. But the results or the byproduct of your success financially is always women, bro. Women love a winner. So hypergamy is definitely my motivation because I know when I get to the top, I'm gonna have a shit ton of options. So
To be
that's the
real with you,
beautiful
I
thing.
think it's needed, man. You know what I mean, to give dudes that edge and incentive to grind hard. You know what I mean? Not not
Absolutely.
not on not on the base of trying to bag the check, but on the base of kind of like, fuck you, I'm not gonna give you that validation. You're gonna miss what you shitted on. You heard? That's
Facts.
my thoughts on that. You know what I mean? Now this is my
Facts.
last question, man. I don't want to
Okay.
hold you
Okay.
up because you're a busy young man making some power moves out here. You heard? Um,
Absolutely.
what's your thoughts on the nuclear family, man? Do you think it's a dead thing in the states, man? And if so, man, what's the solution on bringing it back? Talk to me.
Yeah. So that is, I guess, an only issue I do have with the red pill community. They do tell guys to have rotations and never get married. Well, that due to the nuclear family. I believe this country is built on family. No, this world, not this country, this world is built on family. And if you're telling a bunch of guys to sleep around forever and never commit and never have a long-term relationship, then we can have families. So I definitely believe that we need to have families. I think men should maybe take that RP early in life, 19, 20, have fun, get experience, but hopefully settle down. Here's the thing, man. It's tough because it's easy to say settle down early, but most men don't have much to offer early. Bro, like I will probably touch my first six figures this year as a 26-year-old. I'm gonna be 20 in 2 months, right? So most men don't really even get up on their feet till their early 30s. You know what I mean? But I am in LA, the money bar of like average is higher here than it is in like Alabama, right? Maybe if I made the money I made in Alabama, I'd for sure stretch. Like this 2-bedroom apartment is $2,700. I bet you in Alabama I can find a 1-bedroom for like $800. You know what I mean? But that's in here. I'm just saying is men need families, women need families, and we can't have too much men versus women. We need to come together so we can have families so we can keep this country moving.
Word up. And yo, congratulations to you on hitting that milestone, making your first 100 bands, man. Yo,
Yeah, I'm getting close to it.
salute
This
to
year
you,
I'm gonna hit it.
youngin.
This year
You
I'm
know
gonna
what
hit
I
it.
mean? Yo, congrats, man. Yo, before we sign out, give the people in the chat your final thoughts about this, man. What's your final
Yeah,
thoughts?
man. I'm not the type of guy to come on here and cite a bunch of things like, oh, all women are this and all women are that. Nope. I think there's definitely great women. There's also great men. Also, we all come together, but I want men to be aware, because there are girls out there that will finesse you for a dinner date. There's girls out there that will finesse you for this or that, or take advantage of your kindness, or will punish you if you're a simp. You have to know the game. You have to know the game, because if you don't know the game, it's going to lead to lots of heartbreak. And there's only so much heartbreak someone can take before they do something bad to society or themselves. So game is definitely important for young men to know. And I do want men eventually to put down their player ways and find a good woman. That's my message, man.
Word up. I could dig that, man. It's your boy Rush. This interview is officially over. Seek wisdom, practice humility, and remain sucker free. You heard? I'm out.
Thanks.
One.